everyone and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a little while and I thought today I would give you guys a little bit of an update of what's been happening in sunny Launceston, Tasmania since this whole lockdown quarantine due to the coronavirus has kicked in. So I've decided to actually call this like a coffee break kind of a thing because I got my coffee, my second coffee of the day actually. It's Sunday and I just got the majority of my housework, my laundry, everything done, which is my normal Sunday routine regardless. And it's just been, wow, I cannot tell you how crazy this whole thing is. I will admit that when this whole thing first did start, I didn't think it was going to be this crazy, to the point where they're now only letting in a certain amount of people into the supermarket. A lot of places just are closing down, or have closed down, should I say. One week, I think it was about 2-3 weeks into the whole pandemic, I think that's the right word to use for this. It was just, as I said, I didn't think it was going to get this bad, but because a lot of businesses who I do shop with, I've subscribed to like their newsletters and all of that. It was just crazy because I was like, in one day I got 4 emails from 4 businesses saying, as of this date, until further notice, we are going to be shut. And I just went, wow, this is real. This is starting to hit. And right up until the very last day, I was going to the gym because nothing within my hygiene routine with going to the gym actually did change. So that was a good thing. So I'd get there and obviously get ready, go and work out on the equipment. Before and after I work out on the equipment, I would wipe it all down, so that was no worries at all. And then before I left the building, I would wash my hands, wash my face with warm water, and then disinfect my hands with the hand sanitizer as I was walking out. And then as soon as I get home, wash my face properly with more my Sukin brand stuff and just put a mask on. And then when the 15-minute timer went off, I would jump in the shower and I'd be absolutely fine. So that didn't change at all with my gym, which was good. And then they closed the gym. So the Launceston Uni Gym said, sent out an email saying, until further notice, we're shut. We're going to be looking into this fortnightly. So that's but they keep updating us fortnightly saying we're still going to be closed until further notice. Yes. Nah, it's all right. Lexi's just going in and out of rooms. Anyway, and then I think it was actually, so that was a Tuesday. I got that email and it was, we're closing the gym at 12 o'clock today until further notice. So I went, oh, okay, gym's closed, whatever. The next thing and then this is when my brain kicked in that, oh God, we've hit a real pandemic here. The library shut and I just went, oh great. Because the gym and the library are the two places that A, I can get away from stuff, and B, they're just, I just love going there when I can. And I was just going, and I got this email saying until further notice all the libraries are shut in the state, and I was like, well, this is great. And I rang my mum and I let her know as well because she and my dad are also members of the library. And it's like, oh, it can't be all the libraries. And I was like, yeah, it's all the libraries in the state. And I was like, oh God. So good thing I've got a bookcase full of books. And the week before the library shut, I went out and I actually borrowed three new fantasy novels as well. So I've been reading through them. I finished 2 out of the 3. The third one's sitting, and I'm still listening to my audiobooks on audible.com. Because the gym's shut, so I've had to start doing at-home exercises. So I've started doing a mixture of Pilates and yoga. Not every day. I'm trying to get into a habit of trying to do like either yoga or Pilates. And then I'm trying to build up my fitness again, because I went through this fear a little while ago about actually exercising out in public, not at the gym, because at the gym you feel safe and you feel secure and you feel like nobody's judging you. Whereas out on the roads and all of that, and you're out running and you feel like everybody is judging you for running and all that. Anyway, so that was a fear of mine, but I feel like I've actually conquered that fear and I'm not frightened to actually go out running anymore. So I reached a goal last Tuesday. Yes, last Tuesday, and I haven't been running since for reasons that I've gone up and down in energy and emotional levels. So, but getting back into it tomorrow. Anyway, I've been using my Samsung fitness app, which has been excellent. And it's gotten me up to running for half an hour, which is great. So I still get to go out, get all hot and sweaty, and I come back and I feel great. So that's what I've been doing. The puppy parks hasn't closed, thank God, because there was a panic a little while ago that because the playground, the barbecue area, the fitness equipment, and the flying fox at Heritage Forest, where I take Lexi to play with all of her friends, would close. And so a bunch of people were having a panic attack, and it was just like, where are we going to exercise our dogs? What are we going to do? Why would you close a puppy park when, yes, we're meant to be social distancing and all of that, but you can easily social distance at a dog park. It's really easy. You don't stand close together, and even though like I still talk to the regular people at the park, that's all fine. Oh look, speaking of which, hang on. Lexi. She can see all the pups. She can hear the dogs outside because I got my office window open. What was I saying? I hate when I do this. Hang on. Oh, there we go. So yeah, social distancing. Have a drink of coffee. You remember exactly what you're saying. So social distancing at the dog park is really easy, and yes, I still talk to the people who are there, but we obviously stand a certain distance apart, and works out really well. So my routine really hasn't 100% changed. So the dog park is normal. My exercise routine is, I would actually have to say, aside from not going to the gym and not having the weights, it's actually the same, pretty much, because I still do my running, I still do my abs, my ab workout, and now I'm just incorporating a little bit of Pilates and yoga into the routine, or trying to at least. So, trying, succeeding somewhat. Keeping me occupied is a few things. So, the first week and a half, I went through, I still am, but I'm not doing it as much. I was going through my Netflix to be watched list. So I did that, and I was watching, I will admit, 2 movies a day, in time with like trying to get in a workout, or if I didn't, before I started back with my running and everything, I was just taking Lexi to the park. So that wasn't, I still got some cardio in, which was good. And then I started thinking I need to be doing something else aside from sitting on my phone and playing games and watching Netflix. So I started I never stopped. I started my journaling again. So that was good. So I don't know why I did that, but whatever. So started my journaling again, which was awesome. And journaling has really, over the years since I started, it actually has helped me get out a lot of things on paper and just off my chest and off my shoulders. And I feel like if I do it at the end of the day, it helps me sleep as well. So especially during this time of shutdown, and because I was trying to find a job for a while, and then obviously we can't really apply for jobs at the moment. Sorry. I can't apply for jobs at the moment because otherwise there's places that are just not taking on people whatsoever. It's just crazy. But anyway, hopefully this is all going to end soon because I'm sort of going a little stir nuts. But the other thing I'm starting to do is I'm starting to get back into my adult colouring books sort of thing. I've got a third and a fourth one there somewhere, but whatever. So I've got these, and just while if I'm sitting at my desk and watching YouTube or if I'm watching Netflix, I just grab these out because I've got to be doing something while I'm sitting at my desk, and I'm really, really trying not to do the whole sit on my phone and play games on my phone because, as well, eventually my phone's going to run out of battery. So that's something. The other thing I'm going to actually start getting back into today is my novel writing. I started writing a novel when I was like 14, I think. I'm 27 now, so yeah, about 14, 15 I started writing a novel. And I stopped writing it about a year ago. I do not know why. I think I just went through a phase where I was writing non-stop and I stopped and I just never went back to it. And I think it was more also because of the fact that I started working at a cafe here in town, which I pretty much put my heart and soul into doing for quite some time, which was good. But now I actually want to get back into my novel writing because I've actually been brainstorming all of these ideas for a while. I've been writing them down in one of my empty notebooks. And now I just want to put them into a story. And I've actually got 2 novels going at the moment. The first one was the one that I've been writing since I was 14, 15. So I really want to get that one done. And that's actually part of my bucket list for this year, which is another thing I'll tell you about in a sec. I want to finish that and then someday maybe even get it published, which I think would be really cool. And the other one, I started writing it when I was in Hobart, and it was the story was somewhat like a game that I was playing at the time, and I thought, oh, this would be a really cool book, and obviously changed up a bunch of the parts, and yeah, so. And you watch, I'm going to go back to that book and I'm just going to be like, okay, this is going to be changed, this is going to be changed, this is going to be changed. But I've got all these like parts that I've rewritten in a notebook to write in this thing. So, which is awesome. So I've got something else to keep me occupied during this time. So yeah, and the other thing I have been doing, I read a thing on Pinterest a little while ago, because sometimes when I go onto Pinterest, I'm just like, hey, let's check this out. I want to find something to do or whatever. And it's a great place to just type in things to do when you're bored, or things to do when you're sad, or things to do like cleaning routines or something like that, because sometimes I just need like a little inspiration, or storage ideas. I love my storage ideas. And I find out a lot of recipes on there, like a bunch of my baking recipes as well, which is great. I love it. One of the things, so I looked on Pinterest the other day for some board exercise, because I was just going through this phase where I was just like, no, there's nothing to do. I didn't want to read, I didn't want to exercise, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted something to do, like just sit and do. And it came up saying write a list, or write your bucket list, write your write to-do lists, write all these different sorts of lists. So I wrote a bucket list, which I have never done in my life. And all I did was I just put it in my memos on my phone. And obviously one of them I've ticked off, which is travel to Japan. And because I traveled to Japan last year, and for those who haven't seen those yet, go and check them out, because it was such a good experience. It was my very first trip overseas, and I loved every single minute of it. And what made it even better was I went with my boyfriend and one of my best friends ever. So, and the three of us, and then one of my girlfriends came over and met us over there, and it was like the greatest trip ever. So, and I'm hoping to do more trips in the future when all this travel ban is lifted. So, and it was like greatest trip ever. So that was ticked off my bucket list instantly as soon as I wrote it. But I just wrote down some other things that I actually want to do in my life. I set up a list of goals that I want to achieve in 2020. And so, like, get a job, get my first car, get my license, finish my novel. So that was, obviously I want to also vlog once a week for you guys. So that's really now going to start being something that I do. So I've got to pick a day when I'm going to upload. So today's Sunday, so I'm not sure if it's going to be like Sundays or if it's going to be during the week. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. But I guess like 1 or 2 vlogs a week. I don't think anyone's going to complain about that, since I keep disappearing and then coming back. But we're going to try and make it a regular thing. So I have been keeping myself occupied in a lot of ways during this quarantine. I have had my days where I have been going stir crazy. I will admit, I can't help it. Nobody can help it. But we're all in this together. I mean, that's what I've also got to keep reminding myself. It's not just me who's going through this. Everybody, even you who's watching this right now, you're going through this as well. And you, wherever you are, it's just, I hope you are safe and you are social distancing, you're staying at home, not going out to unnecessary parties or anything like that. If you want to have a party, please use like video chats or something like that. Chat with some friends online. Like, that's what I've been doing. Got my girl group and everything, and we used an app the other day called House Party, and we all sat around and we just talked. Like, each of us bought like snacks and drinks and all that sort of stuff, and we sat online for like 4 or 5 hours and we just chatted. Like, it was like being there. It was great. And then like just even Zoom. I've been using Zoom for like a few of my other girlfriends, and then also like I'm lucky to be living with my partner and with my dogs, but because I can't see a lot of people. I haven't even seen my parents for a very, very long time again, because they live all the way out of the country and I can't go and see them. They can't come in and see me without being stopped by cops and saying, is this an essential visit? So it's all gotten crazy. The world's in a very crazy place, but we've just got to find things that are going to keep us occupied, keep us sane, or sane to an extent. It can be anything. So like, I've got my colouring books, I've got my dogs, I've got my coffee, still drinking it, I haven't touched it for a bit, but hang on. I've got my diary, which has been helping me And yeah, I still get to be social and everything, like when I go to the dog park, but then I'm still social distancing, which is great. And I can still get out of the house. I can still go for like my runs, or I can go for my walks. Like I can even go by myself if I want. I just take my audiobook with me and I just walk in nature. It's just that easy. But anyway, so I'm going to wrap up this vlog here. I just wanted to let you guys know that, well, not let you guys know, but wanted to check in, make sure you guys knew that I actually hadn't forgotten yous. Been meaning to vlog for the last couple of days, it's just been absolutely hectic around here. And yeah, so I'm gonna start uploading weekly. So you're gonna see a lot more of me. You're gonna see a lot more of the dogs. I've got that's another list I actually made the other day, was a vlog idea list, and I've actually come up with like about 2 months worth of videos to upload for you guys, which I was actually very impressed about. So I hope you guys look forward to that as much as I look forward to filming them for you. So without further ado, my lovelies, I will sign off here because caffeine is going to my head and I still need to edit and upload this. So it should be uploaded by tonight. And I will see you guys in my next video. Oh, by the way, any other video ideas, that anybody's got any ideas they want to see from me, please don't hesitate to not subscribe. No, do subscribe. Don't just comment down below any video ideas that you'd like to see from me. But also you can just say hi, all that sort of stuff. But if you haven't already and you are new around here, please do hit the subscribe and the little ding-a-ling bell to be notified for when I next upload. And that will be everything from me today before I jabber on like I always do. So without further ado, I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye!